Have you noticed lately that you're not thinking about your twin flame as much? That their energy, once so loud and consuming, now feels quiet, almost like it's fading away? You used to wake up with their name echoing in your heart. Every song, every number, every dream reminded you of them. But lately it's different. You feel lighter, freer, more focused on yourself. And yet, part of you wonders, does this mean it's over? Does this mean he's moved on? Or have I finally healed? Because that's the paradox of the twin flame journey. When the noise fades and the intensity lessens, we panic. We think something's wrong, but often what's really happening is something beautifully divine. So today, let's talk about what it truly means when you stop thinking of your twin flame as much what's happening energetically between you both, why it's necessary, and how it ties into karmic contracts, divine timing, and yes, even when your twin flame pretends they don't love you. This isn't just about losing connection, it's about learning to trust the stillness. When you stop thinking of your twin flame as much, it doesn't mean the bond is gone. It means the energy between you has shifted. In the early stages of separation, your mind tries to control the connection. You replay every conversation, every message, every detail. You look for signs, synchronicities, confirmation that what you felt was real. But eventually, the energy becomes too heavy to carry. The longing becomes too exhausting. The constant mental focus begins to drain your spirit, and that's when the universe steps in. Suddenly, it's like a fog lifts. You think less about them, you start to care more about your peace. You feel a pull inward toward your own healing. You might even think you're falling out of love. You might look at your twin and see all their flaws, the immaturity, the distance, the emotional unavailability. And yet, deep down, you still love them. What's really happening here is energetic balance. Your soul is guiding you back into alignment. The connection is not meant to consume your every thought. It's meant to awaken your power. And when the thoughts quiet down, when your heart starts to breathe again, it's because the obsessive chasing energy is being replaced by something sacred. Surrender. You are not giving up. You are giving in to the universe. Giving in to the knowing that what's meant for you will never miss you. The silence between you and your twin is not punishment, it's preparation. This stage teaches you one of the hardest lessons on the twin flame path, divine patience. You both retreat, you both do your own thing, you stop reaching out. Weeks or even months might pass without a word, and your ego screams, "It's over." But your soul whispers, "Wait." This quiet is where the work happens. It's where healing roots grow. It's where you rediscover yourself outside of the connection. Because if the energy stayed intense all the time, if the telepathy, the longing, the triggers, and the dreams never gave you rest, it would drive you to exhaustion. The universe knows you need breaks. You need peace to think clearly. You need silence to grow. So when you're not thinking about your twin flame as much, it's not because love died, it's because your spirit needs space to evolve. And often while you're detaching and focusing on your inner world, your twin is being guided too. They might not show it, they might even act colder, but the connection continues working in the background, rebalancing you both. This pause is like the breath before the next chapter, because just when you think it's all over, you'll get a sign, a dream, a song, a sudden high. And you'll remember energy never disappears, it only transforms. Now let's talk about something many divine feminines ask. What if my twin flame is with someone else? How long can they stay with a karmic partner knowing their soul is connected to me? The answer is simple, but layered with divine complexity. They'll stay as long as their karmic contract lasts. Karmic relationships are not punishments. They're classrooms. Each soul enters them to balance past life debts, learn boundaries, and experience certain lessons they couldn't learn otherwise. Sometimes your twin flame has unfinished energy with a karmic partner. Maybe they owed that soul something. Maybe that soul helped them in a past life. Maybe they need to experience betrayal, loss, or emotional growth before they can meet you at the same energetic level. These karmic relationships teach them and you patience and surrender. But here's what's important to understand. Your twin's karmic connection does not block your union. It prepares it. Because while they're learning those lessons with someone else, you're learning your lessons in solitude about self-worth, independence, and unconditional love. So instead of asking, when will he leave his karmic partner? Ask, what am I being guided to learn while he's there? That's where your power is. That's how you align with divine timing. And remember, no karmic connection can replace a twin flame. The soul knows the difference. The karmic might touch their hand, but your energy still touches their soul. Have you ever felt like your twin flame acts like you don't exist? Like they're cold, detached, maybe even pretending they don't care? It's one of the most painful parts of this journey to love someone who hides what they feel. But pretending not to love you doesn't mean they don't. It means they can't handle it yet. The twin flame connection is raw, unfiltered, and transformative. It breaks down everything false, the ego, the masks, the patterns. It forces you to face yourself. And some people just aren't ready for that. Your twin might pretend not to love you because the feelings are too strong, because they feel unworthy, because they're afraid of what they might lose if they choose you family, comfort, identity. Some do it because they feel you've moved on, others because they're angry, hurt, or triggered. But underneath the silence, the love remains. You might feel them pull away. But at night, in their quiet moments, their soul still whispers your name. And when the time is right, when the fear dissolves and the lessons settle, they find the courage to reach back out. So don't let the illusion of distance fool you. Pretending not to love is still love hidden under layers of fear. And if you're meant to be in this lifetime, no amount of pretending will stop destiny from aligning you again. So what happens next? After you've surrendered, after you've learned to live without thinking of them every second of the day, something shifts. The energy between you begins to rise again, not as obsession, but as alignment. You start feeling peaceful when you think of them. You don't ache anymore. You smile. You remember them with love, not pain. That's when the connection reactivates in a higher frequency. You might start dreaming of them again. You might suddenly feel their presence gently, not heavily. And sometimes that's when they reach out. A simple hi, a random message, a heart emoji. Something small, but it carries the weight of 1,000 silent conversations. Because when the soul is ready, the universe nudges both of you to reconnect. And this time, it's not about needing or chasing. It's about recognition. You both know what you've been through. You've grown. You've faced your shadows. You've learned patience, humility, and surrender. That's when reunion in the physical or spiritual sense becomes possible. But even if reunion doesn't happen in this lifetime, your souls will meet again. Because twin flames don't end. They evolve. Here's the funny part. The moment you stop thinking about your twin flame as much is often the moment they start thinking about you more. It's energetic balance. When you detach, your energy becomes magnetic again. You stop sending waves of longing or chasing energy, and your twin suddenly fills that void. They sense something missing. They might not understand why, but they start dreaming of you, remembering moments, feeling nostalgic. And that's when the dance flips. So if you've been wondering, why am I not thinking of him as much? It's not loss, it's realignment. You're healing, you're evolving, you're coming back to yourself. And through that process, your twin feels it too, even from miles away. Because what you heal within, your twin feels within them. This journey isn't easy. It's not a straight path, and it's not a fairy tale. But every silence, every pause, every distance, it all serves a purpose. You're not losing them. You're learning yourself. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Prepared for a love that's conscious, balanced, and divine. So when you feel the thoughts fading, when the connection quiets, don't panic. Breathe. Smile. Trust. Because it means you've reached the stage of surrender, the point where love stops hurting and starts healing. You're not giving up on your twin flame. You're giving in to the universe. You're saying, I trust that if this is meant, it will find its way. And if it's not, I'm still whole. I'm still love. I'm still light. So if you're in that space where you're not thinking about them as much, know this. You are not forgetting them. You are integrating them. You are not losing connection. You are embodying it. Because the twin flame journey was never about obsession or possession. It's about becoming whole, becoming peaceful, becoming love itself. And when two souls reach that vibration, the universe doesn't have to push anymore. It simply allows. So let go of the fear. Let go of the doubt. Let go of the need to know when. Just trust that your souls are already holding hands even in silence. And one day when the timing aligns and the lessons are learned, you'll both look back and realize that every pause, every quiet moment, every time you stopped thinking about each other was not the end. It was grace. It was divine timing. It was love unfolding exactly as it was meant to. Sometimes love doesn't leave. It just learns to breathe. If this message touched your heart, let me know in the comments below. Tell me where you are on your twin flame journey. I'd love to hold space with you there. And if you felt peace through this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with another divine feminine who needs this reminder today.